Did did you feel yourself going down any sort of routes before you got into martial arts?
Yeah. Like, I've never really like spoke about like stuff before, but I was in like a lot of trouble, like with the police and stuff. I got away with quite a lot. I was going down some bad paths, man. Like, some of the things I've done and did, like, I'm not obviously proud of. And like, most people from my area know that, like here, like they know that. That's why they're so, like, the people that I'm friends with still are so happy for me, because how I've actually changed my life around. And my mum especially, like, she's obviously been there through all of it, like all the bad times, and now this has come. Like, it's quite couldn't have, like, it's mad really. Like, she's really proud. But yeah, I had a lot going on, like silly stuff, you know. Like, when I was younger, I left school when I was year 10. Not left, like I got kicked out just for being stupid, really. Like, I got nicked for something, like arrested, and I come into school after it, and they was like, because you've been arrested for, we want to search you every day. And I was like, no, you're not searching me, like, you're not allowed to do that. And they literally, that was it. That was my last day at school, because they was like, all right, you can leave then. And I left, and that was it.
So no GCSEs, nothing?
No, nothing. So I was literally I had no direction in life. Like, I had no idea of what I wanted. Like, I remember all the time I'd be like, what do I want to do? And I'd never know. Like, do you know, in school you'd like, or they'll ask you, and when, like, say if I was like on probation or something, I'd go there and they'd be like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I never had an idea, like, of direction. And then I found it. It was mad, like, actually having a purpose and, like, knowing what I want, like, having, like, objective, having a vision of what I want, you know. It's a powerful thing. Like, it's really motivated me. And now, like, everything's changed. It's crazy, you know. It's a mad.
Shows you for anyone watching journey, as well. Man.
Yeah.
Like, you can turn your life around at any sort of point.
At any sort of point. Like, I was in a like, without going into details, in a very, like, rough situation, man. Like, I won't go into detail because, like, I've got friends and stuff that are still involved in things, but, like, as bad as it can get, really. Like, I wasn't living at home. I was living in, like, another area, like, just crazy shit, man. And, like, all the people now from that, most of them, they're in prison or dead, you know. So like, and people don't realise, because obviously where I'm from, it's not like a rough area and things like that, but it doesn't really matter, you know, because
it's in every
shit's got, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere, bro.
If you are, like, in that sort of thing, and you want to change your life around, but I think you want to, like, you need to want to do it. Like, you can't half want to, especially with something like this. Like, I wanted to. I got to that point. I think it was when my granddad died, and I thought, you know what, like, and that was like, and then COVID and stuff, and I thought, I really need to sort myself out, you know. Like, and at first it was just fitness, and then I thought, actually, like, I need to cut all this shit out, and slowly started to stop things, you know. And then obviously cut ties with a lot of people because I was stopping them things. Like, I just didn't hear from them. I've got a few friends I still speak to now, but, like, a lot of people stopped shouting me. And then you realise how, like, small your friendship group is.
Sometimes you're friends with people just for specific reasons of what you're doing at that time. And when you start growing out of things, you start losing a lot of friends.
Start realising, like,
there's only a few real ones around.
I had loads of people ringing me and stuff before. Like I said, I've got friends that are, like, still doing bits and things like that, but excuse me. I lost my train of thought then, but what was I saying there? Man,
a few friends that still shout you.
So when I stopped all things like that, it made me realise, and now I've got, like, I'd never really get phone calls anymore. It's mad.
I think that's part of growing, man. That's growth, though, isn't it?
I've got, like, the smallest, like, I've got my people here that are obviously good people that I see, but apart from that, I've just it's crazy how my life's changed.
It's mad
like,
as well because it's like you've used all that energy and put it all into something positive, and now you're fighting in stadiums in Muay Thai against some of the best. Like, people can't get to that level of fighting, and they've done it their whole life.
Yeah.
Let alone you've just switched your energy from one thing to another in a few years. You're at that level. It's crazy, man.
I think that's what it was. Like, I just kind of put everything into it when I found it, and then, like, I mean, everything. Like, I didn't know that was going to be my but I just loved it. I loved watching it. I loved the idea of it. I was obviously training it 2-3 times a day. Like,
I think that's like the perfect recipe, though, isn't it? You found something that you generally love,
just
have passion for, and you've just doubled down on it. So now it's just like everything's paid off.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'd never been like athletic. I've never done any combat sports. I've never had like. It's not like I got someone in my family that's like. Well, I had my cousin that was here, but I never we'd never talked about it before, you know. Like, before I came here, it was only when I shouted him and then started getting on to him about it that he started like training me and stuff like. But we'd never, because where I was at, we'd never spoken about it. Yeah, like we'd never really speak to each other. You know, I never really used to see any of my family like properly. But now, like, all of that's changed. It's crazy. Like, I've got like sponsors behind me now. Like, I'm literally doing this full time. I'm able to live in Thailand, which is amazing. You know, like, even though it's hard work and I'm away from home, it's still like pretty unreal to be doing it. You know. So yeah, where I'm at now is pretty crazy from where I was like a few years ago. Not even that long ago as well. Yeah. Like, I get memories on my like phone or like Snapchat and things like that, and I'm like, wow, that weren't even that long ago, man. Like,
your life can completely change within the space of a few years.
But I was very lucky, like, that I didn't get caught for certain things I was doing because I was I could have.
You dodged a few bullets.
Yeah,
you needed that luck. Some people need that luck. Because some people do it and then they're trapped in that lifestyle, and that might just be their journey. But it's like you were destined for something better. Yeah. You probably always knew you were destined for something a bit greater because you're dodging a few.
When you're younger, though, you slightly know deep down this ain't really me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was pretty like in it at the time, and I was pretty lost because I was like obviously smoking and drinking, and like I think that clouds your brain a bit, like smoking weed. I think I've got nothing against that, but mate, like because a lot of my friends do it and stuff. Dead. But I think it like clouds you, and it stops you from having that sort of like we said, like vision, and like that. And when I stopped that, when I went to Thailand like the first time, like last year, then I really got an idea of what I wanted to do. But like I think before I was just so lost. Like when I left school, and then, well, not even left school, like kicked out of school basically, and I was so lost then, like didn't have, like you say, GCSEs, didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do, wouldn't have been able to get a job. I thought, well, I'm just going to have to do this then, like earn money myself and graft.
Look, you made it happen, man. Yeah. Now you're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah,
so a lot of people.
I'm on the wall. I'm sure I was in the top left as well. Now I've been changed around.